How you can take a break from alcohol. So when you're regularly drinking it, there's an assumption that alcohol is benefiting you, and so that assumption that alcohol is benefiting you is what will prevent you from actually taking a break that will actually work. So for example, you might cut back or maybe take a month off like dry January, and that's because you haven't changed your association with alcohol. You know it's benefiting you, so you're just going to do it a little bit less, or you're going to stop doing it for a very short period of time. And so that mindset will guarantee that the cutting back or the 1 month off will not work. It never does, especially for guys. Maybe there's a one-off gal it'll work for, but it doesn't work for dudes. We have too strong of association with alcohol being fun, friends, events, and a reward system, and we're drinking a little bit heavier, so there's just no way it's going to make any impact whatsoever. If you look at the Andrew Huberman podcast on alcohol, he gets into that about how it takes 2 to 6 months. I've seen a study that's even 7 months if you're drinking a little bit heavier to reset your neurocircuitry back to factory settings. In the meantime, your new normal is going to be high stress, high anxiety, low mood, low impulse control. You're crushing testosterone. You're sleeping like crap, and so you're really stuck in negative states, and you're not really able to answer the question, at 100%. And so that's why you're going to make all these bad decisions. So what we need to do for step one is we need to start questioning and looking into, is alcohol really benefiting me? This does not require that you have 100% conviction where you're certain. All you need to do is question it enough where you're like, I want to check this out and maybe take a longer break and see for myself. Not any lifetime declarations, it's just a break. And so how do you do that? You start looking at materials. Again, the Andrew Huberman podcast is excellent. There's a 4-hour Audible book, Alcohol Lied to Me, that did it for me. But if you look at the science, it's pretty laughably bad about what alcohol does. It causes 7 different types of cancers. Again, it affects your sleep and your hormones and your mood. It shrinks your brain. It creates leaky gut. It ages you. It creates chronic inflammation. So you kind of ultimately have to kind of figure out what you want and how long you want to keep it. And with age and wear and tear and regular alcohol use, you're signing up for a big bag of predictive problems. So if you can I've founded BoozeVacation, so we recommend a 3 to 12 month break to kind of really just give your body and mind a chance to reset and restore itself and learn how to have fun and enjoy yourself without drinking alcohol all the time. So you're going to question, is booze really benefiting me? You're going to get some information and go, ooh, I don't like that. Crushes testosterone, makes me fat, does all this stuff that you don't like. Okay, I'm going to take a break. So you decide how long you want to go. 3 to 12 months, the longer break, the longer runway you have, the more gains you'll stack, the less you'll drink going forward, because you'll be smarter with your alcohol use by learning how to do it and getting all this good stuff that you don't want to give up. You have to decide when you want to go, how long you're going to go for. Obviously, people are going to start asking you, why aren't you drinking? So you can say, nah, I'm on a booze vacation right now. So it kind of gives you that ground cover, makes people laugh and gets them off your back. And you can just kind of get back on it with a non-alcoholic beer, which there's a ton of good ones. And it doesn't mean you have to go to a party empty-handed. Parties are about the people, not the alcohol, and that's something that you will learn on your booze vacation. And I think the critical part about taking a break is it's not about taking the break and sitting around and moping around and not doing anything, but it's really about taking the extra time, money, and energy that not drinking will provide you. And so you're going to be looking and feeling and performing better. And so that's a time when your hormones are resetting and normalizing and optimizing to work out, lift, work on yourself, meditate, get your act together wherever you need it. And it's just a heck of an opportunity to really kind of do life better and really get in good places that you want to stay at. Obviously, there's going to be trade-offs. I think there's obviously a lot of fun to be had with regular alcohol use, but oftentimes comes at the expense of the times when you're not drinking it. So typically during your work week, when you have all your shit to do, you're going to be high stressed, you're not going to be sleeping well, it's going to be pretty rough. And then the weekend rolls around, yippee, I get to see my friends and family and goof off, and I'm not working, and I get this chemical boost. So it's easy to get stuck in these negative feedback loops. But what will happen as you take a break is the work weeks will get better and the weekends will maybe not be quite as crazy fun. But there's trade-offs, and ultimately the math adds up and checks out, and you're a lot better off, and you feel a lot better, you look better, you sleep better, you screw better, you have more money in your pocket. And ultimately, what this will provide you with is something you don't currently have now, which is a choice, because when you're continually drinking and you never take a break, you're stuck in so many negative feedback loops that you're not getting much of one. And you at 60% is going to answer that question a lot different than you at 100%. And so you need to stop asking the person at 60% and get up to 100%, so you can be like, okay, I know this is killer, I'm going to keep rocking this and see what else I can pull off. So that's my advice. Cheers.